is aware.
You're damn right I'm aware.
Welcome to a new episode of Indie Talks, in which I'm hosting movie makers from the indie world, actors, stuntmen, fight choreographers, fight coordinators, performers to discuss their work, influences, compulsions they're facing, experiences, achievements, and advices. Today's guest is an American martial art expert. He's an indie action movie maker, fight choreographer, fight coordinator, professional stuntman. He's well known for his work in MCU films, Wolf Warrior 2, Power Rangers, Hunger Games, American Sniper, Interstellar, and many more. He has been making films for many years. I welcome Mr. Aaron Toney. Welcome, Aaron.
Hey, Tariq, nice to meet you, man.
Yeah, nice to meet you too. It's been a great pleasure having you finally on the show.
Thank
Yeah,
you. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
yeah, you're welcome, brother. I have been so excited. You're one of the people of I was really excited about to bring to the indie talks, and it's finally happening.
Right on. I'm glad we can make it
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah, I really I think it's important to have such talks with you guys because it's
Yes.
important to spotlight to let people know about your work and your philosophy, the way of working, and it's very
Yes.
important to share that. So
Thank you.
I started this concept like a 1 year 1 year now. So
Uh-huh.
I'm very proud of what I have done with this concept. So,
Nice,
brother,
man.
I will take you to the very beginning. Where are you from
Okay.
originally? Are you from LA
Uh,
or did you move there?
I am from Los Angeles, California. I was born in Harbor City, California,
Ah,
and I was
okay.
raised in the South Bay area. So I grew up around Harbor City, Torrance, Carson. I grew up around, sort of not the nicest streets, but
Ah,
also
okay.
there's beauty. There's beauty in everything. And so I love where I'm from, and I'm a proud LA native.
Ah, really cool, brother. And I think it's great that you found the proper atmosphere to grow up.
Mhm.
And since LA, it's a movie industry, and there is a lot of opportunities there. I
Yes.
think is does that served your career, of course.
Yeah, yeah. It's funny. I never really was looking to get in the movie business growing up. I am personally I love video games. I love video
Ah,
games. I
okay.
love anime. And so I, as a kid, grew up dabbling in computers like hardcore. So
Yeah.
I know how to put computers together. I can take them apart, and I was gonna be a computer programmer. I wanted to get into video games, and upon graduating from high school, I went into college. I went to a tech school. I went to DeVry University, and quickly discovered I did not want to be a computer programmer.
Ah, okay.
So that quickly changed, and I dropped out of school and ended up finding a gymnastics gym to train at. Long story short, I found LA Valley College
Yeah.
and discovered a world of stunt people and circus performers and all the things there. And I started training with all these people. And that's kind of how I got my start in the business. I learned from a bunch of people like Dan Southworth and Ernie Reyes Jr., Steve Terada,
Ah, yeah.
um, stunt performers like Mitch Gould and all these people, Eric Betts. I would see all of these people training, and I learned so much from them over the years. And so that was kind of my introduction education into the stunt industry.
Since you joined that team you mentioned before, did you have a martial art background before?
Yes, yes. So my background is it's a little askew. I did sort of I would call book martial arts learning. I couldn't afford classes for the longest time. So my dad was also a self-taught martial artist.
Ah,
And my
okay.
dad had yeah,
Yeah.
my dad had books on Hungar Kung Fu, Wing Chun,
Ah, yeah. Traditional
Hapkido.
forms.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, traditional forms, and that's really about it. I had mainly kung fu books and one hapkido book, one Korean traditional book, and I read those books back to front, learning the breathing exercises, the meditation, but also the like forms and techniques and stuff. So by the time I sort of got to a real school, I had a little bit of knowledge that I gathered from these books, and I quickly jumped belts because of that. So
Ah, really
yeah,
nice. And did you have
yeah.
a role model in your life, some kind of idol in your
Oh my
teenage
god,
time?
of course. Oh man. I was heavily into like Van Damme. I was
Ah,
such
okay.
a Van
Yeah.
Damme like Vlad. I mean, we love Van Damme still to this day.
Yeah,
Van
of
Damme's amazing.
course.
You know what I mean? Scott
Impressive
Atkins
cakes, of
loves Van Damme.
course.
We all love Van Damme's kicks, but I would also later discover Bruce Lee. And when I would go to my local video store, we don't really have video stores anymore. I mean, they're few and far between these days, but I would go to my local video store and I would rent Bruce Lee videos. And then later on, I discovered Jackie Chan videos.
Yeah.
And between those two, I would watch those movies front and back. Fearless Hyena, I mean, Drunken Master, watching The Big Boss, Fist of Fury, and Enter the
Yeah,
Dragon,
all the
Return of the
iconic
Dragon.
films.
Yeah, all these iconic films, and I would watch the, like, Golden Harvest versions. So
Yeah,
they would be, like,
yeah.
different colors of tapes
And
or
yeah,
whatever,
and
and the front.
yeah,
You
different
remember those?
editing,
Yeah,
yeah.
so yeah, I would watch those front to back, and then, my dad had a copy of Fist of Legend, and it was an
Jet
original
Li. Yeah,
Hong Kong copy. Yes, an
okay, yeah.
original, like, Hong Kong copy of Fist of Legend with the original, soundtrack and dubbing, and I watched it religiously, and it was the first time I saw, like 22 frames, you know what I mean? Like, and
Yeah,
I
yeah,
watched
20, yeah,
how fast Jet Li was, and I was
yeah,
like, "Oh my god, this guy's amazing." And it was kind of a turning point for me because I had watched like Bruce Lee, Jackie Chan, Jean-Claude Van Damme, but something was different about Jet Li, you know what I mean? Like
yeah.
his speed, you know
It's
what I
yeah,
mean?
so
So it was
fast. Yeah,
so fast. And so growing up, that was kind of my like start where I was like, I think I want to do this, and I would start to mimic a lot of the stuff. I was already training, but I was like, I think I kind of want to get involved in like movies and stuff after watching Jet Li,
play. Yeah.
So
Yeah, I think
yeah,
I have seen that movie back in the first time back in 2003 as well on
yeah,
VCD. Yeah, I was really
yeah.
blown
It's
away.
amazing.
Yeah,
It was
really
I was completely blown away. It
blown
was different,
away
like,
indeed.
watching, you and Wu Ping and all of this stuff, and, the like, some of the set piece fights are amazing, like, the opening fight's amazing,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
you
of
just it
course.
it really set the stage for who Jet Li's character was, you know what I mean? So, I don't know, I could go on and on about it, but I know we
Yeah,
got a lot of other stuff to talk about.
yeah, of
But yeah, man.
course. Yeah, it was a really iconic film of Jet Li. I know a screen performer and a stuntman should always maintain the best shape possible to keep the flow.
Yes,
What is
yes.
your current training routine, Aaron?
My training regimen, I post this a lot. You'll see it on my Instagram a lot. I usually will plank in the morning. I do about a 3 to 4.5, 5 minute plank,
Ah,
and
okay.
then I follow up with about 20 push-ups, followed by 10 to 20-second handstand, like a free press up to a handstand for balance. And then I also do V-ups, and then I will then do like a short little cardio burst of like air squats and jumps,
Yeah.
followed by stretching, and that's it. And that takes me maybe 15 minutes, less than that, 10 to 15 minutes in the morning. And I do that probably almost 4 times a week. And I usually don't work out on the weekends. And that keeps me in like decent shape.
Ah,
That's
really
it.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, I go to jam and I cross train there with like weights. So I call my like morning workout my like warm up because it's just a warm up, and then I'll usually go to jam or like a gym to do like actual weight training, or I go to 80s to 7-Eleven as well and
Yeah.
train with Jeremy
Jim
and do
Marinas,
like
yes.
jujitsu. Yeah, with Jeremy Marinas, and I'll do like jujitsu in the morning or kettlebell flow or boxing or something like that. So. Yeah,
Yeah, it's important really to keep,
very important.
yeah, the
Yeah.
shape, especially for screen performers and stuntmen. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
I know Zero Gravity, of course.
Yes.
Zero Gravity stunt
Carry
team,
on.
yeah,
Yeah.
was a remarkable one. It has been created back in 1998, I think,
Yes.
which branched into indie action films, as I learned. You were one of the members beside Tony Chu and Ken Kitiguwa,
Yeah.
Latif Crowder, of course. When
Yep.
did you join the team?
Oh my God. I think it was probably around maybe 2002, I think, 2002, 2003,
Ah,
maybe. I
okay.
think. I can't exactly remember. But I remember Carrie Wong putting me through a rigorous audition process of punches and kicks and rhythm timing with choreo. And it was my initiation, and it was a lot of fun. And it taught me a lot. Taught taught me a lot about myself and about what I was good at and what I wasn't good at.
Ah,
So,
really
yeah.
nice. And how
Yeah.
Zero Gravity contributed in shaping your career?
Oh my god, tremendously, because I was a was extremely naive to the process, and I think Carrie Wong and Tony Chu, those guys were amazing. Larry Leong as well.
Yeah,
All those guys really helped shape me as far as I learned Hong Kong timing. I learned
yeah, the rhythm.
uh, to play to camera. I learned capoeira from between Latif and Larry, and it just shaped me. It shaped me in one of the best ways. But I would also later work with Ruben Langdon, who was a huge part of my evolution because Ruben also came up working with Jackie Chan,
Yeah,
Sammo Hung,
yeah,
and all these guys, and so his experience overseas helped our team
tremendously.
tremendously.
Yes.
Yeah, because we would go and work with the people that he knew, and he knew a lot of people, like people from Japan as well, with like Yuden Flameworks and that team, who has worked closely with Donnie Yen as well. So it's kind of full circle. We all have kind of worked with each other in little ways here and there. But so I learned a lot just by watching these guys and getting mentored by a lot of them. Luke LaFontaine, another one of my mentors who taught me sword. I learned so much,
Ah,
and it's just
yeah.
a huge sort of melding pot of skills that have shaped me over the years. So yeah,
Yeah, yeah, really cool. And I have been watching Zero Gravity for long, and I think the first time I have discovered the team, it was back in 2008. Yeah,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
really cool. Uh, let's talk about some of your indie action films. I have
Okay,
watched some of your action shorts, of course, and
yeah.
while I was going through your YouTube channel, I found
Hmm.
out about Halven Corp project, aka
Yeah,
Project H.
yeah.
Could you explain that concept?
Oh, so without giving away too much because the whole project is under
Okay.
NDA, but
Yeah.
Project H is my first show with my production company, Halvin Corp Entertainment.
Okay.
Project H is now known as Throne: The Liforian Odyssey, and it's basically a sort of how would you say? It's a sort of sci-fi western
Yeah.
take on a sort of how would I explain it? It's weird because what I don't wanna do is give away a whole bunch of stuff, but I
It's
wanna go
okay.
and explain to you what it is. So, it's a sci-fi western. It's got a modern take on sort of a lot of material that you've seen over the years. It takes inspiration from Star Wars. It's got inspiration from Blade Runner of all things, but it also plays into sort of, medieval sort of lore as well, and it's got traits of royalty and sort of uh knighthood
Ah, yeah.
as far as what I'm doing with my show. And it's a lot. It's world building. It's got Game of Thrones vibes, but it's also its own thing. But it'll be familiar in many ways, and some ways it won't be. But
Yeah.
it's a lot of fun, and I'm very excited to be working on it. People keep asking me when's it going to be out. I don't know.
Yeah.
It is what I'm going to work on for the rest of my life because I believe in the show, and that's as far as I've gotten. I'm doing really well though. I'm doing really well with where it's going. I have the pilot script already written. I also have 7 episodes that are structured already.
Ah,
So I've got a
cool.
lot of material, source material that's already developed, but I'm taking my time as far as shaping the world because I really just want it to get done correctly. And a series is hard. A series is hard to do. So it may get shaped into a feature. But right now, I'm in loving exploring sort of laying it all out and putting it all together because the more I talk about it, like behind closed doors, of course, the more I get passionate about it, the more I get excited about it, the more I love the world and the characters and what it is. So it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of
Yeah,
fun.
yeah, really. And I have also seen some of your shorts like Primal, Throne,
Yeah,
PFC, and more. You have also been
yeah,
in many shorts with Vlad Rimberg and Manny
yeah,
Manzanares.
yes.
How indie action served your career, your professional career?
Oh my God, tremendously, tremendously. I will say this: I think the independent sort of movie or independent short film game is something I love doing now.
Yeah,
I don't I don't get called very often to work on any of these, but if any of my friends were to call me, I'd be like, yeah, what are you guys doing? You know what I mean? But I enjoy doing it so much, and it's helped my career tremendously. It's made me a better performer. It's also made me extremely spoiled because when I work on anything with like Manny or like Vlad, it's amazing.
yeah,
As opposed to when you work on some of these big Hollywood productions, I'm grateful for the check, but the quality of action is never on par with what you do independently or what you do overseas in Hong Kong, in or over in China. It's just never it never compares to me. You know what I mean? So whenever I'm on a set, I'm always like, I'm grateful to be here. I'm grateful to be here, but I'm never happy. I'm never happy
yeah.
because
That
I'm like, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? But like I said, it's just a different focus, and that's all. And it's not to take anything anything away from American Cruise. American Cruise are great, and I don't say that because I'm trying to save face. American Cruise are great at what they are supposed to do. They are budgeting based on time. A lot of times it's not based on your artistic expression. Sometimes it is, but it's based on time is money.
yeah,
And
indeed.
overseas, that's not the focus. The focus is we're going to get this right and we're going to take however long it takes to get it done most of the
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
But they also shoot efficiently and quick. And there's not a lot of previs. Like previs is a luxury. Previs
Yeah,
is
they
a
are
concept
well
that only
experienced.
yeah.
If you
Yeah, I
see
mean
the
previs
80s era.
is definitely something that was a luxury created by 8711 and people love it. They love previs, which is great. They love previs, they love stunt biz, but you do some of your best work in the pocket. What I mean by that is you do some of your best work when you are sort of put under pressure to do it correctly. You kind of go over it with like Vlad or Manny, and you just kind of rep it a couple times, and you go, "All right, we're shooting." And I'm like, "Okay, great. I love that dynamic. I love it. I love it so much." Because you don't get time to overanalyze and to tweak and to think. You instinctively go and you flow, and it's so much fun.
Yeah,
It's so much fun.
yeah, that's really great, brother. Uh, I know you did shoot many action shorts, indie action shorts. What was the first one you have ever done?
The first short that I ever did was with Vlad. It was Men in Suits.
Ah,
That
yeah,
was the first
cool.
one I ever did. Yeah. Men in Suits, and I got to work with Mickey and Amy, Mickey Facinello
Facinello.
and Amy Johnston, and then a bunch of the EMC boys, you know,
Ah,
working
yeah,
with Rob Dill and Zen Wukusarith and Malai Kim. I
Kim,
love
yeah,
them all to death. And
really
a
cool.
bunch of those boys, man, I met there. Um, Alvin Singh was there with us. Uh, Yoshi Sadarso.
Darshil, yeah.
This was like the beginning of a lot of us just kind of because we were babies. I was fresh off of working my first stunt show, which was Pirates of the Caribbean. I had worked in the business for maybe about 2 years, and, I'd known Vlad for years, actually. We would
Yeah,
talk on AIM, and he would always show me, his shorts, and he'd be like, "Hey, what do you think of this?" And, "I'm working on this," and he would show me stuff all the time. And it finally he called and was like, "Hey, I want you to work on this short I'm doing." And I was like, "Absolutely. What do you want me to do?" He's like, "I want you to wear this, be here at this time." And that was it. I showed up and had fun for a couple of Saturdays, and it was great. It was really good
ah,
times.
yeah, really. I have watched that short back in the days. And
Yeah,
yeah, when it
yeah.
was filmed, I don't
Oh my
remember.
god.
Yeah,
Oh my god. I don't remember, man. That
ah,
was
yeah,
probably like what 2006 or 7 maybe. I don't
ah,
know.
yeah, yeah. It was long time
Yeah.
ago.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah. What about PFC? It
PFC,
was
yes,
a
yes,
fun watch.
I can
And how
I
long
can
you
totally talk
spent
about that.
filming that? How long you
I
spent
think
filming PFC?
I think we did 1 day, maybe 2? We did 2 days, I
Yeah,
believe, yeah. I think we shot for 2 days. 2 Saturdays back in the area where we shot Throne and where Vlad has shot and Manny has shot. It's a famous park over in Reseda called, Limekiln Park. It's one of those parks where, if you've ever been there, you're like, "Oh my god, I've seen this park."
um,
Yeah, you of
yeah,
course you have because it's
yeah.
been in everything. But it's a fun park to shoot at, and it's great, and most people don't bother you or question what you're doing, and it's great, and we love using it. So, PFC is a little concept that I wanted to shoot because I had just gotten off of a show, and a lot of times you get off shows and you're like, you're feeling, um creatively, like, sort of plugged up, you know what I mean? Because when you work on some of these big shows, Tariq, you put your heart and soul into it. And not everything always goes the way it needs to go and go. So I think for a lot of us artists, we love to get the chance to shoot the way we would like to shoot.
Yeah,
Not to say that when we're on these shows that we don't suggest things, but no one likes to be most of the time, no one likes to be told how to go and shoot. And that's understandable. I totally understand. So getting to shoot your own thing when you shoot independently is great. It's liberating. So PFC was a very loose concept that I came up with, and Jaquan and
yeah,
myself worked on a small script, and we were like, "All right, what are we gonna do?" And I was just like, "I don't know. What do you think?" And Jay pitched me a little bit that he liked. I showed him my script first, and then he like rewrote some bits, and I was like, "Oh, this is dope. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and do this." Or actually, I take that back. I think Jay wrote it first, and then I added to it, and then it just kind of it's expanded. And I was like, "Okay, what is this? What are we fighting about?" And it basically became my version of Fight Club. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And it's one of those things where I was like, I think this could be cool. And it's been copied already, which is great. But I love it. I love
yeah,
it. But
yeah,
I'm also like, I'm like this could be a dope little show actually. So it's my take on Fight Club, and PFC basically means um professional fight club is all that it means. And it's just the character that I was playing is sort of the sort of top dog, and everybody's trying to basically dethrone him, quote.
yeah,
And so it's just a fun way for us to play in set pieces. And I've got plans to do other episodes actually, but I just haven't had time because it's super easy to shoot. It's very easy. It's very minimal. And you know, when you go ahead and call up people, hey, what are you doing? And you have fun. You have fun with it. You just take ideas and you go, what do you want to do? How do you want to fight? What are you thinking? You know what I mean? And you just roll with it. And I'm gonna continue to do it. So yeah, that's
yeah,
one of my little things that I enjoy doing.
yeah. That's really great, brother, and I like that. I like
Thank
your
you.
your way to keep things going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, Throne, I have seen this short a while
Yep.
ago. I know you
Yeah.
did gather a super talented cast for this project. What can you say
Yeah.
about Throne?
So the original short was super long and arduous and expensive, and I shot it over the course of like 6 days. And that short I pulled off the internet because
Ah, okay.
my producing partners were like, I think we have something very special here. And I was like, I agree. Let's go ahead and pull it, and let's reshape it and expand upon it. And that's kind of what we did. But the people that I have involved already were my buddy Yoshi Sudarso, who is a very talented performer and
Yeah,
actor.
yeah,
And he approached me and was like, "Hey man, I would love to work with you. I'd love to get involved." And I said, "Okay, cool." And so we came up with a character for him, and that character is in the story my sort of arch nemesis at this point in time. And that's really about all I can go ahead and say about his character. I kept what we're doing for the pilot. I shot 6 minutes of the pilot already from the actual script
yeah, yeah.
already, and um, it was also very expensive. But
Indeed,
the
yes.
6 minutes that I actually shot, the 6 minutes that I shot is now in the process of the post production treatment, and so color correcting, VFX is getting done, and all of the shots are beautiful. There's so many beautiful shots in this already sort of 6 minute uh like pilot that I don't want to call it. It's funny. I don't want to call it a short because it is not a short. It is a full
Yeah,
episode, but it's only 6 minutes of the episode because it's all I can afford to read. I can't afford a full pilot.
indeed, of
Uh,
course, yes.
you
It's
know what
too
I mean?
expensive.
Yeah, it's expensive, but it's looking really good. So I've got people that I have my eye on,
Yeah,
that I want to work on this show, and I've approached a few of them already, and just kind of sort of pitched it to them, and they're definitely on board. I'm not going to mention who those people are because they are people that are out there working, and they're a big deal. But yeah, it's looking really good. It's looking really good, and I'm excited for it. So yeah, I am working on a small teaser to show to present on my Instagram. I hit some decent numbers on Instagram recently, and I said that I would eventually share what I have been developing a little bit. So I'm going to share that we're working on it. I'm working on it. It's not done yet, but
Ah,
I'm working
yeah.
on it. So
It needs
yeah,
some time, of course, and I'm looking forward to see that.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm really excited to check always your new stuff, and
Thank
it's
you,
gonna definitely to be yeah, a great watch.
thank you.
There was a particular fight you've done with Manny Manzanares in which you
Which one?
fought Michael Lair, which was a
Ah, one of my favorites.
Donnie
Yes,
inspired fight.
yeah.
How do you handle the Hong Kong fight style?
Ah, I I love it. I love it. I'm very hard on myself, and Manny's also hard
Yeah,
on us, and I love it. I love it so much because it's I think it sets us apart. I think by pushing the envelope and trying to achieve what our heroes achieve makes us better. It makes you better tenfold. And so I love the process. I enjoy working with Manny very, very much and Vlad. And yeah, man, it's just a lot of fun. So
yeah, yeah, really
that that's
impressive.
one of my favorite fights. That was probably one of the ones where I was just like, Manny, what do you want me to do? And it's just like very demanding, but also I was like,
Indeed.
okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
man
You know
is
what I mean?
well
So
known for his yeah, he's
yeah,
so demanding with his
extremely, but I love it. I love
performance.
it, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when I had the podcast with Michael Lair, he told me it was one of the hardest jobs he have ever done. And especially he was very he told me he can't keep up with your speed in that fight.
Oh.
You were so fast for him.
Mike's fast. I don't know what you're
Yeah,
talking about.
so
He's
that's what
fast.
he said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Y- how Hong Kong style is different from the Western style?
Hong Kong style is the camera doesn't cut quickly. So
Yeah.
you have everything needs to be precise. As as possible, and it has to look powerful. And so I think of Hong Kong style like theater because everything has to read.
Mm, yeah.
Whereas with Western cinema, they like to cut earlier. They're like, "Oh, just do this
Yeah.
bit and
And
then
that
we'll go ahead
makes
and
the
cut."
job easier
Makes the
to
job easier.
yeah.
Yeah.
And the Hong
So
Kong you could
yeah, no,
proceed.
go ahead. Yeah,
Yeah.
go ahead.
And I said the Hong Kong style let the audience see everything. There is no much shaky camera, no much cuts. Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
make it really visually good for
Yes.
audience.
Yes. Yeah. And I think it's so much fun. If I could point out some of my favorite Hong Kong movies, Fist of Legends is one of them,
Yeah,
and I love Police Story 1,
yeah,
and
cool. It
it's one of
was
my
an
favorites.
iconic film of Jackie Chan.
I
The
so
final
iconic.
mall fight.
The mall fight, yes, the mall fight is amazing, so good. Oh my god, some of the coolest wrecks that are still not matched to this day. There's so many like amazing wrecks in that movie, but also just like this the sort of Jackie's rhythm and like the soundtrack with his fights
Yeah,
is just like when he's going through like a 10 piece of guys and just piece pop 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 and you hear the like staccato of the music and it's just like it's
yeah, it
you know what I
was
mean?
really
It's
crazy. Yeah,
amazing.
crazy
It's
speed, crazy
amazing.
rhythm. Yeah.
Yeah, and then another one of my favorites is Armor of God 1.
Ah,
Oh
yeah.
my god, I
Yes.
love Armor of God. The Amazon fight, amazing. Um but the monk fight as well, amazing. You know what I mean? There's just so many amazing moments in these fights. I recently talked about this on my Instagram. Thunderbolt is another one that I don't think a lot of people talk enough about.
Yeah,
Um,
Thunderbolt. Yeah.
the garage fight and that pachinko fight
Yeah.
are
It was really crazy.
sick,
Yeah.
sick. I mean, and it's Sammo Hung doing whatever Sammo wants. You know what I mean? You don't
Yeah.
tell
As a
Sammo,
fight
"Oh, okay,
choreographer.
yeah, oh my god, yeah, it's just amazing. It's like let Samo do what he wants to go ahead and do. And when when Jackie and Samo were working together, there was some of the coolest, stuff. Jackie
Yeah,
does his own stuff really well too, but like when you let Big Brother handle your stuff, and you just it's just magic. It's magic, and I love personally. Sammo Hung is my favorite action designer,
designer.
like
Yes,
hands
Vlad
down,
said that
hands
before
down.
as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Sammo Hung
yeah,
is
Samuel.
the man. Yeah, and I mean you've got Yuan Wu Ping as well, and you've got Donnie Yen as well, man. All these guys are amazing, and of course my mentor Chad Stahelski is a beast in his own right because he is extremely intelligent with his martial arts methodology,
Yeah,
and whenever we train with him he instills only the best concepts, and you just have to keep up, and it's very interesting to walk in, and he'll break down techniques really well for you, but also give you the practical application, but also he dresses things up for what we do on screen as well. So it's a treasure to always work under his tutelage, you know what I mean? And Jeremy as well. Jeremy in his own right is an amazing, amazing action designer. He did amazing on John Wick 4, and
before.
I messaged him immediately after I saw it. I was like, brother, you did so well. You did so well. Because um I think a lot of times we take for granted how hard it is to choreograph. And when you've seen so much of John Wick, gun fu, and and all of the kodagashes and the takedowns and the tactical work, all of it's great. But it was nice to see more martial application as far as introducing the nunchaku, and as far as watching Donnie do what he does, and getting to play around with more archery in this latest entry with the John Wick franchise. All of these action set pieces, the stair fight, everything, they
Yeah,
were
everything
all
is
extremely
original, I
unique.
think, in John Wick. Chad
Yeah,
Stahelski, Jeremy, all fight
yeah,
choreographers and coordinators did a really great job. And
yeah.
they gave
Jonathan
us a big
Eusebio.
dose of
Yeah.
action.
Oh
Like,
god, yeah, and all these guys are great. Yeah, because I mentioned Jeremy, but like Jonathan Eusebio, who worked with Chad on the other ones as well, is great.
yeah,
And you've
yeah,
got a lot of these guys who've been working with him for years. Eric Brown is another one over there who's worked close with Chad and Jeremy. Justin Yu, John Valera, all these guys, Danny Hernandez, all these guys have worked with Chad, and I know them as well, and they've all done so well for themselves now, and it's amazing to watch now. But I look forward to the evolution of what 8711 has in store next, and because I think that they know how to hit the pulse
yeah,
of what can be fun to watch next. You know what I mean? So
yeah, indeed. Yeah, really. Yeah, I liked really John Wick 2 and John Wick 4 and how
yeah,
they handled the action. It was really original and yeah, it gave us the some vibes of Hong Kong style.
yes, yes. Oh my god. And it was so cool to watch Scott Atkins
Yeah,
take on Keanu. And my buddy Marco's Roar is another one.
yeah,
He's always had fast hands, so it was nice to watch him go off with Keanu. And Keanu as well, man. I mean, he's amazing. I've just heard stories about Keanu and how nice he is, but he's also like a genuine human. But I've never met him. I think I've met him once at the shop maybe, but it was briefly. But always super genuine and humble, but he also tore it up on screen. You know what I mean? His nunchuck fight's amazing.
yeah,
I was so impressed with that fight, with what Jeremy came up with and Keanu performing it. I was just like, right on, man. This is
yeah.
great. This is amazing.
Keanu was really dedicated in this film and gave
Very
everything
much.
he got to make
Yeah.
this film happen, even though his age.
I know. Yeah, he's in his 50s and he's killing it.
Yeah.
He's killing it, man. Yeah, I'm like, yes, there's hope for the older people. I'm gonna be 42 this year.
Ah, yeah.
And I'm not stopping. I'm not stopped. There's so much I've got so much left in the tank, but also I don't want to just I don't want to only be a stunt double. And so we'll probably get into the work of Marvel soon, but that just brings me to where I was getting at. I've segued into acting more because I
Yeah,
feel like I can bring more to the table as an actor and as opposed to just a stunt double. So I kind of walked away from stunt doubling for the Falcon, and I still work. I still do stunts. I still double people, from
yeah,
time to time.
yeah.
But I
It's not
for
your
the
main
most part
job
would
for now.
like to
Yeah,
do more acting now. That's kind of where I'm at. So
yeah.
yeah.
We will talk about your acting passion, of course, later in our episode.
Mhm.
Now we talk about your professional career. What was your first professional job?
Ah, Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest. That was my first
Ah,
show.
okay.
Yeah, yeah. I got started. I can tell you exactly when that was. That was 2005 because I
Ah,
remember
yeah.
the day that I got told that I was going to be I was going to be uh, a SAG performer. I had been trying to join the Screen Actors Guild for about 3 years, I think, and I was just not having any luck. It took me a total of 7 really, because when I first sort of arrived at in Sherman Oaks, Los Angeles, learning and working with stunt performers, I was 19,
Ah, yeah.
and then
Yeah.
I didn't officially start working till I was about 25.
Ah, yeah.
So 24, 20, 20 24, 20, 25 years old. So it was a lot of grinding, a lot of training, a lot of that. And yeah, it was one of those things where I was extremely grateful by the time I got there. I used to work as a security guard. I used to do the late shift from
Yeah.
about 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. And then I would get up in the morning, or I'm sorry, I would go train at LA Valley College from 7 to 10, and then I worked the night shift from 11 to 7 a.m. That was my shtick. So I would nap like in the afternoon, go train, go to work, and then go home. And so I was a night owl. That was kind of how I like ran it for a few years. And yeah, man, it was one of those things where I enjoyed my whole process, and I wouldn't trade it for the world, because
Indeed, yeah.
it got me exposure because I was prepared. I was prepared by the time I had a small reel um, already ready, and I got the interest of the stunt coordinator George Marsharugi, who's a great mentor to me as well, and it gave me my start in the business. And the person who actually told me about Pirates of the Caribbean is a really good friend of mine, Arnold Shawn. And Arnold Shawn, I used to live with him,
Ah,
and he
okay.
said, "Aaron, you should send your stuff to George." And I said, "Arnold, I'm not SAG, and that's a big, huge movie. Why would he pick me?" He was like, "Just send your stuff." And so I did, and I got a call, and I was shocked. I was like, "What?" And so I had just finished a shift working, the 7 p.m. I'm sorry, the 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. shift, and I went straight to an interview at 8:30 in the morning, and went there, talked to George, told him I was not SAG, and he said, "You're amazing, but you need to get your SAG card." And I
Yeah.
said, "Thank
Yeah.
you for your time, sir." And I left, and I got a call a week later saying that I had been tafted to join them with working on Pirates of the Caribbean, and it was the best day of my life because it changed my life that
Yeah.
day.
Yeah. And when did you join SAG-AFTRA?
That was I think it was August of 2005.
Okay. Yeah, it was
I
a long
believe so.
time ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Let's.
I'm sorry, July. I believe it was
Okay.
July. Yeah,
July.
yeah.
Let's talk about your experience in MCU. You've been part of many Marvel projects, of course. How
Mhm.
did you get into MCU universe or into MCU?
Ah, so I worked on a movie called Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. We're gonna go back a couple of years because this will
Yeah.
all make sense, Tariq. I worked on a movie called Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter with my buddy Don Lee. And Don thought I would make a good double for this actor named Anthony Mackie. And I looked at a picture of him and I was like, oh my God, this dude looks like me. I'm like, are we cousins? You know what I mean? And so me and Anthony looked so much alike that Don was just like, hey Tony, you should double you should double this guy. And I was like, okay, all right. So I come down to New Orleans, and I think we worked for about 3 months on this movie. Um, it was not the most fun,
Yeah.
but I had a great experience. I had a great experience. It wasn't the most fun, but I worked with great people: Mick Rogers, Don Lee, Ron Searles, Dave McCumber, who else was there? It was a bunch of friends. Matt Burberry, all of my friends, Shauna Duggins, all these people worked with us on this movie that was just a headache to work on. But from that, I got a call probably about a year or two later saying, "Hey, I heard you doubled Anthony Mackie before. You look a lot like him. He's getting ready to do the next Captain America." And
Yeah.
they said, "Would you come down for an audition?" And I auditioned at my gym jam. So myself with my friend James Young and Guy De Silva, we put together a little vignette video of me moving, doing tactical gun manipulation and kicks and punches as the Falcon character, and I got the
Yeah.
job.
Ah, cool.
And so that's how it started. I got the job and have been was running around with wings on my back for the next 10 years.
I know you were the stunt double of Sam Wilson as Falcon. Did
As the Falcon,
you,
yep.
yeah, did you double other characters from MCU universe?
I doubled for not only the Falcon, but for Black Panther. I doubled
Yeah,
for Nick Fury for like a little small bit. I doubled for Jaimon Hansu as
y-
as Korath or something like that or
yeah,
something, I think.
yeah.
Yeah. And I also worked a little bit on Captain Marvel, doubling one of their characters. I can't remember the name of the character,
Yeah,
unfortunately,
yeah.
but he had guns, and I doubled for like a day. But a buddy of mine doubled him for the remainder of the show. Is there anybody else I doubled? I'm trying to think. Um, I've doubled for Iron Man a couple times too.
Okay, yeah, yes.
I've been Iron Man like
Cool.
a couple of times. I've I've not doubled Spider-Man, but I've worked and developed action
Yeah,
for Tom Holland's Spider-Man,
Spider-Man.
which was a lot of fun. Doing some web slinging and wire work fun and flips. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
cool.
about it.
You
Yeah,
got really involved very well in the MC universe. It's really
yeah,
great, brother.
yeah. Thank you,
Uh,
thank you.
what opportunities MCU granted you?
I eventually got the interest of the producers and I was tasked with fight coordinating Black Panther Wakanda Forever.
Ah, yeah.
Um, I got a call from Nate Moore, and he expressed interest in me working on the project. And my first question to him was, "Do I need to work in the suit?" And he said, "No." And I said, "Okay, cool." It's not that I didn't want to be in the suit. It's just that I had been wanting to fight coordinate for a long time, and I finally got the opportunity, and it was a blessing. I loved working on that show, and it was so much fun. It was so much love as far as what we were doing, and paying respect to the late Chadwick Boseman, and working with Ryan Coogler is amazing, and working with our stunt team was great. I had a really amazing stunt team. I had Dominic Smith and Brian Sawyer and Rustic Bodomov and Kalina and Angie Chipra and so many people. All these people were amazing, and Donnie Yehuda and God, it's just the list goes on and on as far as all of these people. Dan Carter, all these people contributed to building our action. Luis and Gio Valadares, Janin Gonzalez, everybody was amazing. So it
Yeah,
was it was I loved working on that show.
yeah, really great, brother.
Yeah.
Now we move to talk about your stunt work. What was the most dangerous stunt you have ever performed?
Ah, the illustrious. What's the most dangerous stunt you've ever done? Question. Of course.
Yeah,
Uh, I think I've said this in a couple other interviews. My first outing as Falcon, working the Causeway Bridge scene. The Causeway Bridge scene was intense because it was three characters that were in a car at once, and then they get spat out of the car onto the freeway, cars whizzing by, and then all of a sudden, the one character that's not wearing a jacket, a la Falcon, goes careening off of the car door, only to have cars whizzing by him. I was scared. I was
yeah,
legitimately scared,
I
Jerry.
have no
I
doubt.
had I had just had my firstborn son, and he
Yeah,
was not even a year old. And I was like, I don't want to die here, man. I just had a kid. So it was probably the first, maybe second time I was legitimately scared. Most of the time, I mean, fear is great. Don't ever let fear uh not be present. I think fear keeps you present. But it was the first time that I experienced my fear making me go ahead and go, I don't know if I want to do this for the rest of my life. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And then once I got over that, I was like, I'm here to do a job. You check through all of the scenarios in your head. This could kill me. I might get hung up on that. Don't do that. Make sure I do that. And then you go, okay, I'm here. Let's go ahead and do it. Because that's your job. Your job is
yes,
to be put in danger and to make sure
yeah.
that hopefully
Stuntman
you do
always
not
knows
die,
the risks.
so yeah, it was great.
Yeah, and and what forms of stunt work do you master more?
I am more of a fight and sort of wire specialist. That's kind of like what I usually will get called for.
Ah,
And
yeah,
yeah, that's pretty much what I do. It's not that I can't drive. If you put me in a car, I can definitely hit a mark, but I am not a driver. I am not a car guy. But I can do your basic stuff in cars. Um, High falls, I used to do like 60-foot falls, but I'm never gonna be like 100-foot guy. Put me on a wire. There's no need anymore. You know what I mean at this point. But yeah, fights and falls. That's my sort of fights,
yeah,
falls, and wires.
yeah.
And yeah.
And I know injuries as well could be part of the job. Did you get
Hmm.
any serious injuries before?
Uh, ruptured rotator cuff. Um, patella burst on my left elbow, and I think I've had my knee
Ah, yeah,
dislocated once. I've dislocated my left knee, I believe, once.
yeah. That's really part of the job, and
That's a part of the job.
always,
Yeah.
yeah, a stuntman should be ready for that, and
Yes.
hopefully, yeah, to get out with the less injuries possible from the
Oh yeah.
job.
Yes.
You
Yes.
know, acting has always been an interest for you. Do you plan
Yeah.
to get into acting for good?
Yeah, I do. I honestly do. I've been working a lot on developing myself as an actor, and I've had a couple of opportunities that have been extremely amazing. Working with Scott Atkins, I've
Ah,
had
yeah,
two opportunities to work with him, and I worked on the debt collectors, and I recently finished one shot two, which is called one more shot, and I got to do a lot more acting in that movie than I've gotten to do in any other feature I've been in. So
Ah,
that
yeah.
was a lot
So
of fun, and I look forward to.
for to see that.
Yeah,
I know
me
you're
too.
the co-owner of Jam. Is that right?
Yes. Yep.
Okay, of course, I did some research, of course. And
Hmm.
a lot of people consider the old location as a
Yeah.
sacred temple who learned a
Very
lot
much.
there. And a lot of
Yeah.
action previous, tricking
Hmm.
battles done there. Now Jam
Yeah.
is moving to a new location. What
Yes.
the old location meant to you guys, you and Travis Wong, of course.
Yeah. The original location is was definitely a gem, man, because it was such a huge space,
Yeah,
and it was different. It was like a different time, and it was a really serendipitous thing to be able to walk into your gym and just see the gamut of things that you could do. We had like a dance studio off to the side, but we also had like a full size floor. But then you walk off and there's a gymnastics floor, but off to the side there's a trampoline pit, and there was just space
yeah, it
galore to
was.
do everything. So
Even parkour, they
it was
could do
a
parkour there, I think.
you could do parkour, you can do whatever. And I mean, our new gym is great, and I think it's a testament to our our clients and people that have stuck with us now that we're at a smaller location for now,
Yeah,
that they love the vibe more than the aesthetic of the gym. And I think that means so much to me and so much to us because I think there I'm gonna be honest and candid and transparent here. There was a time we thought we weren't going to reopen the gym because we couldn't find the amount of space. Space is very hard to find in
indeed.
Los Angeles.
And it's very
It's
expensive, I
expensive.
think.
It's very expensive. It's not that it's hard to find, it's more that it's expensive. And so the original jam facility was a gold mine. It was gold, and it was a great opportunity because it put us on the map, but it also shaped the sort of culture of our sort of gym. You know what I mean? And I think that's why people stick with us, because we are such a more grounded vibe. We don't. I don't think our gym totes as like you walk in, you gotta be dope. It more is like walk in, come in with an open mind to learn. Everybody's there to get better. So
Yeah,
at no point in time will you walk in and you never feel like that. Whenever I'm there, I never feel like that. I feel like everybody's there to help each other, and that's what we're about. We're about the gym is about community and about helping each other
indeed, yes.
because we all succeed together. It's not there's no I in team, right? So as far as I'm concerned, it's all about uplifting each other because I win if you win. So you know what I mean? So
Yeah,
that's kind of how I approach it. And that's
yeah,
why I think it's why our workshops do so well. We have stunt workshops now that I was honestly apprehensive about because of thinking about the what other people would think about us. And now I look back and I'm so glad that like we decided to go ahead and do these workshops because they've been nothing but beneficial for the entire industry of stunt performers. You know what I mean? So,
yeah,
and I'm now seeing other people overseas start workshops, and it's exploded. It's exploded in the best of ways.
yeah,
So it's great to see. I've seen my friends overseas in Canada doing it, and the French community is already doing it. They have their own school, which is amazing. And you see it everywhere. You see it everywhere now, and it's nice that people aren't afraid to teach. But I think now we have now gotten into the method of teaching properly. We're not just trying to take people's money, which was happening for a long time. People that probably weren't qualified were just going, "Oh, I've worked on one show. I'm qualified to teach." No, we pride ourselves in bringing in proper sort of industry leading professionals that know what they're talking about, and it's very important to us. So yeah, we definitely take pride in that, and we love our gym.
Yeah, yeah, guys, you should be proud because it was really, yeah, it's a great space to illustrate a lot of talent. Yeah.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, brother, and I'm living very far, but the you can say affected me somehow because I know it's a space where a
Hmm.
lot of performers started there, and yeah,
Yeah,
they got into
yeah,
business.
yes, 100%, 100%.
Yeah, let's talk about Hong Kong cinema, which is
Absolutely,
a
absolutely.
tradition, of course, in my podcast. I know you've been
Hmm.
part of several projects, I think,
Yes,
like
yes, yes.
Wolf Warrior 2.
Uh-huh.
The movie was successful in Asia, and it was the highest grossing Asian film in the Chinese box office, I think,
Yeah, yeah,
back in when it was released in
yeah.
2017. How
Uh-huh.
was it like being working in Wolf Warrior and working also with Wu Jing?
Wu Jing. Oh, I
Yeah,
can't say enough good things about Wu Jing. Ah, man, such a hard worker. That man, personally, if you took, like, everybody says Tom Cruise is, the best, and he is. Tom Cruise is amazing. Wu Jing works just as hard, if not harder.
yeah,
Because
yeah.
I think he's one of those people who doesn't consider himself as good as he is, and I'm like, you are amazing. You know what I mean? And he worked just about every day on that film. And so between him and and the entire Chinese team, it was amazing. It was amazing, man. I can't say enough solid things about the experience that I had. And it was stressful at times, as any film is, but I loved my time in China and getting
Yeah,
to
yeah.
work on that level. You know what I mean? And some people would say, "Oh my God, it's this, it's that." And I'm like, "It's not easy. It's not easy. It's not. The hours are long. They're grueling, but the work is so much more rewarding.
And
I would go
they
back for
don't
sure."
do much previous, I think.
There was previous done. Sam
Ah,
Hargrave and his team definitely put together stuff, but
okay.
I think between him and Thayer and and myself, I had a hand in building some of that action. It was one of those things where you wanted to take the best ideas and also be present to new ideas, and working with that team. And my good buddy Brian Ho was out there with us, stunt coordinating, doubling Wu Jing as well, and contributing to the fight action as well. And so between all of the ideas that we all had, we just came up with the best scenarios we thought were for what Wu Jing could go ahead and do, and for what my character and what Heidi's character could do. So, and everybody that worked on the show. So, yeah, it was great. It was great.
Yeah, yeah, that's really remarkable to work in Hong Kong cinema. And
It was amazing.
yes,
So much fun.
even though it's hard, but yeah, there is a lot
Very.
to learn there.
Yes.
What is your favorite films? I mean, what films do you consider as your top three from
One of my
the
top
80s
three
Hong Kong era?
80s Hong Kong era. Okay.
Yeah,
So I think I mentioned these before, but if I could only pick three, if I could only pick
yeah,
three. All right,
yeah, that's true.
here we go.
Yeah.
Okay. Number one, Fist of Legend.
Ah, okay, that's the
Fist of
90s.
Legend is still number one.
Ah,
That's
okay.
90s? Oh, I gotta go
Yeah,
80s? Okay,
yeah.
fine. He says 80s? Alright. If he can if I'm saying 80s, then it's going to have to be Armor of God 1. Armor of God
Okay.
1. Was
Yeah.
that in the 80s? I hope that was in
Yeah,
the 80s. Please be in
I
the 80s.
think maybe, yeah,
Okay, Armor of God
maybe,
1. I can't say Drunken Master 2 because I think that was in the 90s. I'm
yeah,
pretty sure
90s,
Drunken
yes, of
Master 2 was in
course.
the 90s.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so Armor of God 1. Uh, and then I'm gonna say, oh my god, it's so hard because I love more of the 90s than I did,
Yeah,
like,
it's
if I've
okay.
watched them
So
all.
you can pick
Yeah.
a tree from all-time Hong Kong era. No
All-time Hong Kong
problem.
era? Okay, we're
Yeah,
open.
yeah.
Fist of Legends back in. Fist of
Yeah.
Legend. Armor of God. And one of the all-time favorites for
Yeah.
me, my buddy Alvin Singh would go ahead and argue with me about this, but I love Dragon Tiger Gate.
Ah,
Those are like
yes, yes.
my 3 oh, those 3 movies, I'm like, "Yes." Those are my, like, 3.
Yeah, with Donnie Yen, I think.
With
Yeah,
Donnie Yen,
then
Nick Tse, and, I can't remember the other gentleman's name, but yeah, all 3 of those guys were amazing in that movie, and it was one of those things. You know what I think? I think Dragon Tiger Gate is what Dragon Ball Z could have been. If
yeah,
you thought about the way that the action was done, they could have taken nuances from Dragon Tiger Gate and introduced that into like Dragon Ball. But some of those concepts would also be really, really cool if they did a live action Naruto film as well. So I think about
yeah,
that now today because I think Dragon to Tiger Gate was like ahead of its time. Like it
yeah.
was
It's
definitely playing
yeah,
with anime concepts with the
indeed.
Hong Kong flair
Yeah,
and just making it fantastical. You know what I mean? Because like the camera moves are huge. I mean, the first fight is in the restaurant, has this big sweeping crane where you come through the people and down to, Tiger, and all of a sudden it just pops off. You know what I mean? And I was just like, oh my God, this movie is nuts, you know? And so just scope as far as how they use camera. Oh, okay, Squirrel, but the same DP, I don't remember his name, but the same DP from Dragon Tiger Gate is the same gentleman that worked with us on Wolf Warrior 2.
ah, yeah, yeah,
So yeah, he's oh my god. I think his American name is Peter, I think, or something like that. But that dude was a rock star. He was a rock star. He worked with Bruce Lee. He worked with all
ah,
of the
yeah.
greats.
He's
And
one of the
so his
pioneers in business, in Hong
yeah,
Kong
one of the
business.
pioneers. And he was amazing. He was amazing to work with, and he was so genuinely amazing to be around. If I could say anything about um, American and Hong Kong cinema, I have technically maybe two favorite DPs, and Peter from Hong Kong from Dragon Tiger Gate is my like top dog, and then I have Bill Pope
Ah, yeah,
from the Matrix era, and, I've worked with him as well over the years. I worked with him on a movie called The Spirit, and he was so fun to be around and talk to, and he's into anime culture and comic books and stuff like that, but he's just a wealth of knowledge and just amazing to be around. But he understands how to shoot action, and he shoots very, very well, and, he was great to be around, you know? So, yeah, it's just one of those things where you're like, there's a couple of rare American cats out there, and Bill Pope is one of them.
yeah, yeah. Really, really great, brother.
Yeah.
Okay, now I have an interesting question for you.
Yes.
How do you see yourself 10 years from now?
10 years from now, I honestly see myself thriving with my production company, building our own shows
Ah,
and,
yeah.
pushing forward with Throne: The Liforian Odyssey and other projects that I want to develop under the Halvin Court banner.
Ah,
And
okay.
acting and helping to bring my friends' visions to life as well. That's my MO for the rest of my years. I just want to
Yeah.
work on stuff with my friends, and I want to help everybody achieve their visions as well.
Mhm.
And for us to all thrive and work together,
Yes.
and just do that for the rest of our lives, you know? That's it.
Yeah,
That's all I
brother.
want to do,
Yeah, really
Thank you.
interesting, of course. Yeah, it's very great planning, and of course, a person like you who is really involved in making films should have a very strict planning for the future, of course, if you want to make your goals.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. So, that's what
Uh,
I got going on.
yeah, of course. Your long journey was full of achievements, of course, and those achievements didn't come up randomly. There have been a lot of practice, takes, processing, training, failure, repetitions.
Yeah.
This diverse journey made you what you are now. What
Yes.
advices do you have for beginners or anyone desires to get involved in movie making?
I would say, Tariq, to not let anyone tell you that you can't. Um, Actually, I take that back. Let everyone tell you that you can't. And
Yeah,
then change their
Challenge,
mind
yeah, of
with
course.
your actions,
Yeah.
challenge them, and do it with class. Do it with class, do it, with grace
Hard working, of
and
course.
with dignity, because that is going to set you apart from everyone else. Don't be vengeful in your process. Um, help others. Uh, um, be open to suggestion. Um, have an ego, but also know when to quiet your ego and to be humble. More so, be receptive to taking in information than to be reactive of information, because honestly, there are no bad ideas. There are just, is the idea right for this purpose right now?
Yeah,
I I love to take abstract ideas. People look at me like I'm crazy sometimes. They're like, and they joke. They're like, "What if we did this and that? That'd be funny, right?" And I'm like, "No, that's actually really, really cool." They're like, "No, you're kidding, right?" I'm like, "No, it's just not right for right now, but I think that'd be great." You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So be open to things. Some of the greatest ideas came from accidents. You know what I mean? So if I
yeah,
can't even give an example right now, but like, I mean, if you just thought about music, I compare everything to music now because it's part of my life.
yeah,
But like, when you jam on a guitar, sometimes it's not about having a structure about what you want to hear. Sometimes it's about just playing the fretboard, and you might hear something and you get inspired. Work on just being inspired and let that have a flow. I think if people spent more time not comparing themselves to everyone else and more time doing what they are strong at, they would develop quicker. But we live in a social media world where everything is instant and people want instant gratification. They want to be
yeah,
liked.
indeed.
They want this, they
They
want
want
that,
to
and they're
skip
so concerned.
steps, of course.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's really
They
bad.
wanna skip steps, and you're like, "Bruh, just do you. Worry about what you're doing. Trust me, it will come. It
Indeed.
may not be instant, it may not be this year, it may not be next year, it may not be 10 years from now, but are you having fun in the process?" I don't know where all of this is going to take me. I'm having fun with it, and everybody asks me, "When's it gonna be done?" I don't know. I don't know when it's gonna be done, but I'm enjoying the journey of learning something new,
That's
and it's so rewarding, and it's taught me so
yeah,
much about myself, and it's made me a smarter person. So I say this: be open to the journey, have an ego, but
yeah,
learn when to quiet your ego and be receptive and responsive to the knowledge, as opposed to apprehensive and reactive.
yeah,
So
brother.
yeah.
How to follow you, Aaron, on the social media?
Absolutely. So I have a couple different avenues, but if you want to just follow just me, it's my name, Aaron Toney,
Yeah.
on Instagram, and on my Twitter, I think is just Aaron Toney as well. I think
Ah, yeah,
I think it's underscore Aaron Toney. I think I can't remember. I don't even get on my Twitter very much.
yeah,
My YouTube channel is my name as well, and those are kind of the three main sort of bits where you can really follow me and get to know me and what I've been doing with my career thus far. And then from that, you'll learn about Halvin Corp and all the other things that I've been involved with, as far as Throne, the Lifeorian Odyssey, and all the other things that I do in my daily, as far as working out and training and working on movies and TV shows and stuff.
yeah, brother. I'm looking forward to see more of your stuff, of course, and you in your news. And so, thank you, Aaron, for your time. It's been a great pleasure having you on
Absolutely,
the podcast. I
absolutely,
really
brother.
enjoyed this, and I wish you all the best in your career.
Thank you. I really enjoyed talking to you too, Tariq. Thank you very much.
Yeah, brother, it's a great pleasure, and I'm really happy to create this platform to let people from the indie or from the movie business to share their opinions, their vision, their philosophy for the
Yes.
audience. And thanks a lot
Awesome.
again, brother.
Absolutely, brother. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, take care of yourself. See you soon.
I will. See you soon.